Hello students, this is Miss Fatma, teacher of class 2 from the Smart School Sir Syed Ahmed Khan campuses and Gulistan-e-Johar campus. Students, in this video we are going to discuss the question answers of chapter Food from Plants, which is taken from your science book. So students, as in our previous video, we have done few question answers from chapter Food from Plants. But now in this video we are going to do the remaining question answers of this chapter. So students, the questions which we are going to do in this video are related to the topic seeds and the germination of seeds, about the structure of seeds, about the germination of seeds, that how new plants develop from a seed. So students, let's begin with these question answers. These question answers will mainly about seeds, about the topic of seeds. So let's begin, students. Okay, so this is question number 3, as we have already done question number 1 and 2. So now this is question number 3. So students, you all have to do these question answers in your science copy. So I want all of you to take out your science copy, write down the topic food from plants, and then write down question number 3. Question number 3 is, let's read the question everyone. List the three main parts of a seed. List the three main parts of a seed. So now here in this question, what we have to do, we have to write the names of the three main parts of a seed. Students, as we have already discussed, as we have already studied the structure of a seed, and we all know that there are three main parts of a seed. There are three main parts of a seed. So what we have to do, we have to name these three main parts here. We have to write down the name of those three main parts of a seed that are involved in the structure of a seed. We have already studied the three main parts while studying the structure of a seed. So let's name those three main parts. The first part was seed coat. Seed coat. Seed coat is the outer covering of the seed that covers the seed from outside. It is the outer covering. The next part is embryo or a baby plant. There is a baby plant inside each seed, and that is also called embryo. So that is another main part of a seed. Then the third part is stored food. Every seed has a stored food inside it. So that is the third main part of a seed. So these are the three main parts: seed coat, embryo or baby plant, we can call either of it, and stored food. Now let's move on to question number 4. Now in question number 4 they are saying that draw and label parts of a seed. Draw and label parts of a seed. Now in this question they are asking us to draw the picture of a seed and then label the parts of it as well. So students, what we have to do, we have to draw the picture of a seed and then we have to label the three main parts of it as well. But students, you have to draw the picture of a seed on an interleaf page. Okay, you will write down this question, draw and label parts of a seed, on the lining page, and then you will draw the picture of the seed just beside the lining page, that is the interleaf page or the empty page. Okay, you will draw the picture of this seed on that interleaf page, and then after drawing the picture of the seed you will label the three main parts of the seed, that is seed coat. You all can see in this picture there is the outermost covering, the outer layer of the seed, that is seed coat. So you will mention seed coat. After that we will mention embryo, that is the baby plant which lies inside each seed, which lies inside every seed, that is embryo, which is another name for baby plant. So you all will label embryo. Okay, and after that the third main part of a seed, that is food store. So that you have to mention or you have to label food store by showing the arrow. Okay, you must write down the name, you must label the parts of a seed by making an arrow and then writing down the name of that part. So students, make sure that you all label the parts of a seed. You don't just have to draw the picture of a seed, you have to draw the picture, and after that you must label all these three parts of a seed, and after that you also have to color the picture of a seed. Okay students, you also have to color the picture of a seed. You have to label seed coat, embryo and food store, and make sure to draw in a neat and clean way. So let's move on to the next question now. Now, question number 5, what is germination? Students, what is germination? We all have studied about the germination process, that it is the process in which we sow the seed in the soil, and after sowing the seed in the soil, it turns into a new plant. So that is how the new plant is grown. So what is germination? The germination is the process in which a new plant grows from a seed. Okay students, so the answer will be the process in which a new plant grows from a seed is called germination, because without seed a new plant cannot be grown. We cannot have a new plant without sowing the seed in the soil. So what we have to do, we have to sow the seed in the soil, and the whole process that is involved when we sow the seed in the soil and give water to it, and then a new plant develops from it, that whole process is called germination. So the answer will be the process in which a new plant grows from a seed is called germination. The process in which a new plant grows from a seed is called germination. Now students, let's move on to the next question. So students, in question number 6, we have to write the process of germination. The question is, write the process of germination. Now students, in the previous question we have described what is germination, but now here in this process we have to write down, we have to mention all the steps that is involved, all the steps that are involved in the process of germination. So students, as you all know that before the process of germination begins, we have already studied that as well, we all need a seed. The first thing is that we all need to find a seed, because without seed we cannot grow a new plant. So the first thing is that we need to find a seed of the plant that we need to grow. So whichever plant we need to grow, whichever fruit, whichever vegetable we need to grow, first of all we need to find a seed of it, and after finding the proper seed, after finding the relevant seed, what we have to do, we need to find a suitable soil for a seed. Okay students, we need to find a suitable soil where we can sow the seed, and then it can turn into a new plant, and then a new plant can grow from it. So first we have to find a seed, and then we need to find a suitable soil from it. Then after we are able to find a suitable soil for a seed, we have to sow the seed in that soil. We have to put the seed in the soil, we have to put the seed inside that soil and cover it with the sand, and then we have to give it water. As you all know that all plants grow with the all plants need water to grow, so we need to give enough water to it so that a new plant can grow out of the seed. Then after giving water to the seed, after giving water to the soil, we also must make sure that the place where we are sowing the seed, that place must get enough sunlight in the daytime. Okay, that place must get, that seed must get enough of sunlight during the daytime. So we have to make sure that all these conditions are met. Then after that, after sowing the seed in the soil, the process of germination will start. So students, let's have a look at the first step of the process of germination. The step 1 is outer covering of the seed opens. Now students, what is outer covering? Outer covering is also called seed coat. So what happens in the first step, that the outer covering of the seed, the outer layer of the seed or the seed coat opens. So this is the first step, that the seed coat or the seed covering opens. Then step 2. In step 2, roots begin to grow downwards. Now students, after the covering of the seed opens, after the covering of the seed is open, or after the outer covering of the seed is opened, then what happens that the root begins to grow out of that baby plant. As you all know that there is a baby plant lying inside the seed. So what happens in the next step 2, that baby that roots grow out of that baby plant. And roots, you all know that roots grow downwards in the towards the ground. So roots begin to grow downwards. Then step 3, after roots grow downwards, students, what happens, shoot starts growing upwards. The another name of shoot is stem. So shoot is another name for stem. So we can also call it stem starts growing upwards or shoot starts growing upwards. From the same baby plant, shoot starts growing upwards. Shoot starts growing upwards outside the soil. It grows out of the soil, it grows upwards so that it can get sunlight. Okay, then we will move on to step 4. Now in step 4, roots and shoots grow stronger. What happens in step 4? The roots and shoots grow stronger. The roots grow bigger. The shoot grow bigger and stronger. Okay. So now the shoots and roots are stronger and bigger than before. Then have a look at the 5th step. Now what happens in the 5th step? A grown plant develops root and shoot with leaves. A grown plant develops roots and shoot with leaves. Now what happens in this step, that the plant is properly grown with the big roots and shoots, and the shoot also grow leaves with it. So students, in this step, the leaves grow out of the shoot and different branches also grow out, and the roots and the shoots are properly grown, and the plant is and then it is a proper plant, or it develops into a proper plant. So now this is how we get a proper plant. This is how a new plant develops from the seed. From that baby plant, a new plant develops out of that seed, and in this way we get a new plant which is properly grown with roots, shoots and leaves. So students, this is the process of germination, and these are the 5 steps that are involved in the process of germination. But students, keep that in your mind that before this first step, we all must have a seed, and we all must have a suitable soil for a seed, and we need to sow that seed in the soil and give it proper water, and it must get enough sunlight and air as well, so that it can turn into a new plant. And after that, all these steps will be followed in the process of germination. So these are all the steps that are involved in the process of germination. So students, now I hope you all have understood that what is germination and how this process occur, and how a new plant develops from a seed. Okay, so students, I hope you all have understood today's lesson. Now I want all of you to do these 4 questions that is related to the topic seed. These are 4 questions, that is question 3, 4, 5 and 6. I want all of you to do these 4 questions in your science copy after question number 1 and 2. Okay, make sure that you do question 1 and 2 first, and after that you will do question 3, 4, 5 and 6, which I have discussed in this video. And make sure that your work is neat and clean, and also draw the picture of a seed in a very neat and tidy way. So students, do complete your work in a neat and tidy way, and take care of yourself. Thank you.